Good morning, my dears. So, today the second part of this tenses we will discuss. The last part, I think you got a clear idea with the last part, that is present simple continuous. So, these two things we have seen in the last class, and today we will go through with the perfect as well as perfect continuous, right, my dears? So, just we will have a small recap about the last class so that you will get a continuity. The last class we have seen about past, present, and future. In that simple past, we have seen simple present as well as simple future. And the next thing we have seen is continuous. Past continuous, present continuous, and the future continuous. So, today we will deal with that perfect, right? So, perfect tense means you will have three important be form verbs, right? Perfect tense means you have three important be form verbs. What are they? The first one is you have had, right? The first one is you have had, and then has, and then have, right? So, perfect tense means you will come across three important be form verbs, that is have, has, and had, right? So, before that we should know clearly about where we have to use have, has, and had, right, my dears? So, the usage of have and has, it is only for present, right? So, have, has will be used only in the present as well as for the future we will use, right? Had alone we will use it for the past tense. Had we will use only for the past tense, whereas have and has we will use it for the present as well as for the future, right? If you see a lot of people while they speak, right, English, while they speak English, they'll make mistake here, right? Even many of us have we don't know how a clear idea about where we have to use has and where we have to use have, right, my dears? So you should know the clear idea about these two things, where you have to use have and has. So when you come across the subjects, right, when you come across the subject like he, she, right, it, see, when you come across the subjects he, she, it, then you have to go for has. He has, she has, it has. And when you come across the subject, when the sentence starts with the subject I, we, you, they, I have, you have, we have, they have, right? So, this basic things you should clear about the basic one, right? When you see a lot of people, they will use as she have come, in such a way they used to say, but she has come, right, my dears? So, you should have a clear idea about where we have to use has and where we have to use have, right? So, when the sentence starts with the subject he, she, it, then you have to go for has, right? And when the sentence starts with I, we, you, they, then you have to go for the be form verb have, right, my dears? And for the past tense, see, these two things, present and future, alone carries have and has. Only difference, right? According to the subject, we will use has as well have for the present and future. Whereas in the past tense, whatever the subject may be, you have to use had alone, right? In past tense, you should not use has or have. Rather, you have to go for the be form verb, that is had. I had, we had, they had, you had, he had, she had, it had, right, my dears? So, according to these things only, the perfect tense will occur, right? So, now we will see the usage, right? So, here alone you have to be very careful. Listen, children. So, I am going little slow so that you can easily understand, my dear. So, go through this once again in the page number 13. So, in the page number 13 it is given clearly. So, that only we are discussing, right, my dears, right? So, perfect tense. right? We will first go to the past perfect as it is given in the book. It is past perfect, right? Usage. What is the usage? To indicate a completed action of the past that happened before another event took place, right, my dear? To indicate an action of the past. So two action has been taken here. Two actions has been taken, right? So one is an action completed before another event took place. So two actions. What are the two actions it is here? Right? One is denotes a completed action that happened before another event took place. So you should know the difference between these things. See, Saran had written a poem when his friends arrived. See, what is the first one? Completed action. What is the completed action? Saran had written. This is a completed action. To indicate a completed action. See, what is the completed action here? Saran had written a poem. That means already he has written. Right? And another is that happened before another event. What is another event? His friends arrived. Right? So, two events will take place over here. One is a completed action, and before that another event took place. Right? So, if you come across this kind of things, you have to go for the past perfect tense. Right, my dears? Past perfect tense. Right. So, the next one we have it is present perfect. What is this present perfect? Right. So, in the past perfect, you have only this had. You have to go for this had alone. Children, you should know this thing very clearly. So, in the past perfect tense, you have to use only had. So, whatever the subject, what is subject here? Saran. So, whatever the subject it may be, you have to go only for the what? Had alone. Where? In the past tense, past perfect. Right. So, what is the procedure for the verb? So, verb you have tried to in the V3, past participle, right? So, what is it past participle, you know? Take for example, the third form, we used to say no, right? Speak, spoke, spoken, right? Speak, first form, spoke, that is verb 2, and spoken, that is verb 3. If you see the perfect tense, we have to write the verb in the perfect tense. The verb, it should be in the past participle, that is V3 form, right? See, two things you have to know very clearly. One is, if you come across, three things. If you come across past perfect, then only and only be form of that you have to use it is had alone, right? Same way, if you come across the present as well as the future, you have to go for have or has according to the subject, singular subjects, right? So the singular subject will carries the singular verb. If the plural subject apart from I, then you have to go for have, right? And the verb you have to clear with the verb. What is it? The verb you have to write in the what? Past participle. See, in the perfect tense, if you see in the perfect tense, all the perfect tense, the verb, it should be in the V3. That is, I said no, speak, spoke, spoken, the third form. In third form, you have to write. So, has, have, had plus V3. Right? Have, has, had plus V3. So, the verb, it should be in the V3 form. Right, my dears? Right. So, now we will move on to the present perfect. So, past perfect, one complete action, before that another event took place. And what is this present perfect? This present perfect it is, see, to indicate a past action which is not defined by a time. Indicate an action that started in the past and has continued until now. See, two things. To indicate a past action which is not defined by time of occurrence. See, what is the difference between this one as well as, see, present perfect as well as the past tense. Past tense, the time will be denoted yesterday. But here, it is clearly given, which is not defined by a time of occurrence when this incident happened. When Saran has written the poem, right? No clear idea about when he has written the what? The action, when an action has been taken place. So, which is not defined by any time, and moreover, to indicate an action that is started in the past and has continued until now. The action has been started in the past and it is going on now. Right? So, in that one, we have to use for the present perfect. So, what is the usage? to indicate the past action which is not defined by time, and moreover action started in the past and continued till now. Right? See, what is the be form we have used? Has. Why? Saran. Saran, what is subject here? Second form is that he. So he has written the poem. But Saran has written the poem. See, be form verb plus V3, that is write, wrote, written. The third form, that's what they have given clearly, the verb, right? Write, wrote, written. So perfect tense means you have to go for the V3. So wherever you come across the perfect tense, you have to go for whether it is present or future or past tense, you have to go for the V3 in the perfect tense alone. Right, my dears? Okay, fine. Right. So next one we have, it is future perfect. What is this future perfect? See, we will go through the usage. To indicate an action that will be complete before another event takes place. See, to indicate an action that will be complete, one action before another event takes place. So one thing will be going to complete before another event takes place. Saran will have written a poem. So by the time what Saran will write the poem, when time friends will arrive. See, to indicate an action here, two action. What is the first action? To indicate an action that will complete, that is going to complete before another event takes place. So what is the first event, first thing, action? Writing a poem. And what is the second action? Right, when by the time his friends arrive. So two action. What one action indicates that will be complete before another event takes place. Right, my dears? So in this, right, as I said earlier, apart from I, whatever the subjective case comes, you have to go for the be form verb. What is it? Will. So if you come across the subject I, then you have to go for shall. Otherwise, you have to go for will. Right? And moreover, what? In this one, you have to use only have alone. Because will has, it won't come, right? Singular, plural verb, right? So you have to go for have. Right, my dears? So in the perfect, future perfect, you have to go only for the have. So this is in the past perfect, you have to use had, whereas in the present perfect, according to the subject, it will vary. Whereas in the future, you have to go only for the plural be form verb with the V3. Right? So what is the usage here? An action that will be complete before another event, that is going to complete and before another event takes place. That is the usage for this one. So Saran will have written a poem by the time his friends arrive. Right. So the last one we have, it is perfect continuous. Right, my dears? The last one we have, it is perfect continuous. What is this perfect continuous? We'll go for the usage as earlier, right? To indicate an action in the past that began before a certain point in the past and continued until that point of time. My dears, listen here. To indicate an action in the past that began before a certain point in the past and continued until that, see, the thing, it is certain point that is important. See, certain point. And the time period will be given. See, Saran had been writing a poem for 2 hours when his friends arrived. Continuous tense means you have to go for writing, right? So continuous means, as we know earlier, continuous tense means verb plus ing. Whereas the perfect tense alone means you have to go for V3. You may ask, sir, perfect tense means you have to write V3. No. Perfect tense alone comes means you have to go for V3. If perfect continuous tense means you have to go for verb plus ing form, right? So continuous, perfect continuous means had, right? According to the past tense. If it is past perfect, then you have to go for had been, right? So in the past continuous tense, right, one more word will be added. What is it called? Been, right? So in all the forms will carry been. How in the perfect tense, have, has, had, same way. Past perfect, perfect continuous means you one more word will be added, that is been will come, right, my dears? Okay. Saran had been writing a poem for 2 hours when his friends arrived. Saran had been writing a poem for 2 hours. So the time period is given clearly, right? And continued until that point of time. So until they come, that action is going on. See, easily got clear. a past action that began a certain point. Certain points means what time it is given, and moreover, right? And that action is continued until that point of time. Still, the what is the when the second action has been until that the past action is continued. So at that time we have to go for the perfect tense, right? That is past perfect continuous. So past perfect continuous means you have to go for had plus been plus verb plus ing. See, had plus been plus verb plus ing. Right, my dears? So past perfect means you have to no other choice. You have to go only for the had. If it is present or future, then according to the tense, if it is a present or future according to the tense, it cannot be changed. But it is given in the what a past. Then you have to go for that had alone. Right. So now we will go on to the present perfect continuous. See, what is this present perfect continuous? To indicate an action which started at some point. See, at some point, the time it is not given clearly. It is started in some point in the past and may or may not be complete. See, the action has been started at some point, but the action don't know when the action will get completed. That's what it is given, right? And may or may not be complete. When the action is going to get over, that we cannot give any sure, right? So at that time we have to go for the present perfect continuous. See, to indicate an action which started at some point in the past and may or may not be complete. See, Saran has been writing a poem for 2 hours. It may continue or it may get stopped. Right, my dears, right? And finally, we have the future perfect continuous. What is this future perfect continuous? Saran will have been writing a poem. So, we will go for the usage. To indicate an action that will have happened for some time and will not be complete yet at a certain point in the future. See, Saran will have been writing. What is the action? First action? To indicate an action that will have happened for some time. So, the action has been taken. We are not sure about the time occurrence, and moreover, will not be complete yet another certain point. So, there is in future time it is given, and the future time it may or may not be get completed. That's what it is given, right? Yet another certain point in the future will not be complete. Will not be complete, right? It may prolong. So at that time we have to go for the what a future perfect continuous. So future perfect continuous means we have only one, right? Have alone. Got it, my dear? For future perfect means you have to use have alone, not has. Whereas in the present according to the subject it may vary, right, my dears? So future, today we have seen about 2 things. The perfect tense means you will come across 3 important be form verbs. What are they? Had, have, has. So if it is past, you have to go for had, or if it is present or future, or if it is present according to the subject, the be form verb may change. If it is singular nouns, then you have to go for the has. If it is plural subject, you have to go for the have, right? And future, only one. What it is? Have alone you have to use, right? Okay, and the perfect continuous. What is the perfect continuous? Perfect continuous, as I said earlier, one more be form verb will be one more word will be added. What is that word? It is been, right? So in the perfect tense also, perfect continuous also you will come across the word been, as well as in the present perfect continuous also you will come across been, and in the future also you will come across this been, right? So perfect continuous means you will come across the been in the 3 tenses: past, present, as well as in the future. Right? Whereas the present perfect continuous means verb plus ing. This you have to keep it in mind. Perfect tense alone, right? You have to go for V3. That is the third form, right? Eat, ate, eaten. The third form, right? Perfect tense alone will carry the V3. Whereas in the perfect continuous tense, you have to go for the verb plus ing format. So keep it in mind, children. Present perfect continuous or past perfect continuous or future perfect continuous, verb plus ing you have to use, right, my dears? So today we have seen about the past perfect, present perfect, as well as future perfect and present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. So these 3 things we have seen. Just to go through the examples, my dears, once again telling you, go through the examples then, and as well as the usage, that only will help you to learn, or that only will help you to understand much about the tenses, right? So tenses comes in the 1 mark. So try to get a good answer for this 1 mark for the in examinations. So hope you understood these tenses. So if at all if you have any doubt, kindly let me know with the WhatsApp text or just make a phone call. I can rectify your doubts, and moreover go through this then and there. See, once if you see this, it will slightly you can understand, but once you go through once again and again, then only you can get a clear idea about the tenses, right? So keep this in mind and go through the video once again, so that it will be easy for you to understand, right, my dears? So today we have completed what tenses, and the next classes we have will see another grammar section, right, my dears? Take care, see you.